Now, I have seen a lot of videos about side hustles. Now, one of the things that I want to make sure people understand when we're talking about side hustles, they're not always going to be this glamorous, nice, good thing. A lot of the content creators um, uh, claim. I'm going to tell you this. I have tried looking into side hustles that would actually work for me. Now, a lot of you may not realize this, but side hustles are exactly that. They're not meant to replace full-time employment. There's a lot of people who try this side hustle thing to replace full-time employment. So that's where you're going to have a lot of uh, people that may come into this in desperation looking for something to start making money and expect this to be like a dream thing. Remember, at best, a side hustle is going to be part-time, kind of um, setup. That is at best. It is never intended to be something to replace your full-time job. Do you want to know the biggest reason why I don't have ads on my YouTube channel? Don't do advertisements on any other form of social media that I do? It is because I have a full-time job, and my full-time job is pretty good uh, in the current situation. Not everybody is lucky like I am. But ever since time I've looked at a side hustle, there has always been a downside. Like, there are side hustles that I'm just barely outside of the qualifications for, and then there are ones that I don't even want to deal with. Um, a good example of that would be that marketing, not marketing, but e-commerce. There's way too many variables to make doing that worth it for me. One of the things you always have to do with e-commerce, you always have to have a budget in mind for supplies, marketing, and postage or delivery. Because a lot of platforms may not let you put in full your delivery fee that or delivery costs that you would need. I had experienced that with one platform. So I had to build into my pricing um, cost for delivery. And a lot of people may not realize this. That is a big impact. Now, during that time period that I hadn't done that, I wasn't doing it as like a full-time thing. It was just, oh, I don't need this item anymore. Might as well make some money off of it. But just imagine if I did something like that on a regular basis. I could easily lose a good group of money or make money, depending on how I formulated my approach. Another one to keep an eye out on is Uber and Lyft. Depending on where you are in the country, Uber and Lyft may end up being another downtrodden useless side hustle. It really depends on the part of the country you're in. Like in my area, it's probably not the best uh, side hustle to do. But in other parts of the country, it would be a lot more lucrative. So always, when you're looking at side hustles, do your research on the organizations you work with. There's teaching side hustles as well, but those usually require you to have some sort of advanced degree. So that's another thing to consider whenever you're looking at side hustles. If you have an advanced degree, go look at them. If you don't, I'd stay away because they're not gonna pull you in to do any form of rural education. Now, in my background of where I work, I do have a field of expertise that is interesting. It's not something that is conducive to a side hustle, unfortunately. But of course, that job pays well enough to where I don't have to do the side hustle. I get paid close to $4,000 a month before taxes. Not sure how many people can say that. So I get a decent take home. And I have relatively low personal expenses, even while doing this. So you want to balance yourself whenever we're talking side hustles, because side hustles are exactly that. They're something to do on the side of a full-time job or a part-time, regular job. They're not meant to replace traditional employment.